candy dish I made for my wife. She likes it a lot, and when she who must be obeyed is happy, everyone's happy. It's elm, and I've got a couple different kinds of wood in here, put into some slots that I cut. So let's just take a look at how this was put together. The bowl I'm going to be turning today is elm. This is the wood I like to work with. It's fairly easy to work with. It's got beautiful grain in it. I've drawn a couple of circles to designate the inside and outside dimensions of the flat rim. I may make that a little wider as I go along. I haven't quite decided. I want to take this, put it on the sled on my table saw, and put some slots across it. Then I'm going to mill some woods of contrasting colors and glue them in there. Sand them flush, then I'll turn it and put some slots in another direction. Fill it with those slots of wood, sand it down, and then do some at random angles. So let's take this over the table saw and see what we can come up with. I have the blade raised 3/4 of an inch above the surface of the sled. Now I'm going to put a spacer between this hold down clamp and the wood just to hold it in place. I'm going to run this through 3 different places and we'll take a look at what it looks like. Alright, so I've got 3 slots there. They're not perfectly symmetrical. There's a less gap here than there is there, but I want them to seem a little random when I'm finished. So now I'm going to go and dimension some wood of different contrasting pieces to fit in these slots, glue them in, and then I'll be back. Well, I'm afraid I had a computer glitch and lost the video I shot of how to dimension these strips that I put in and gluing them in, but I'm hoping as woodworkers you know how to do that. If there's a problem, let me know. I'll shoot a quick video on how to do that. I don't think you'll have any problem with it. But anyway, this is what I've got. I've used lacewood, purple heart, walnut, paduke. I think that takes care of it. For the strips, I took it to the bandsaw, another thing I lost the video on, and just cut it to round. I've drilled a hole for the woodworm screw, and now I'm just going to take it over to the lathe and mount it and turn the shape for the back, put a little recess in there for my jaws to go into expansion mode. Then I can turn it around and do the bowl. So let's go over to the lathe and take a look at that. Just going to use my parting tool to define the outside edge of the recess I'm putting in here to fit the jaws on this chuck. I'll be turning this at 1000 RPM. And I think that'll fit in there just fine. Just make it a little bit deeper. And I think that'll be just fine. Now I'll start to shape the bottom of the bowl. I'll be using my 3/8 inch bowl gouge and turning at 1000 RPM. Turn the speed down to 250 RPM. Now I want to just make the recess for my logo coin. And I'm going to put one ring around here for decoration. And now I'll just finish sanding all of this. I'm now going to put a coat of sanding sealer on here, which is a 50-50 mixture of Zinsser Seal Coat and methyl hydrate. I'm going to put on one coat, let it dry, I'll sand it with 400 grit, and then I'll put a second coat on and do the same thing. I'm just going to let that dry now. It really makes the colors pop on the inserts that I put in here. I'll let it dry, do the second coat, and then I'll be back. I have it reversed now into the jaws of my 4-jaw chuck, which are in the recess. I'm going to start by flattening off the front here, the top. I'm going to use my 3/8 inch bowl gouge, and I'm turning at 1000 RPM. Tool is just a little bit too far, leaning a little bit too far, so I'm going to move this tool rest in a little closer. Got to do a little bit more. I'll use my shop-made depth gauge. I just want to see how deep I am, how much I have left to go. I don't want to end up in that recess. I'll be making a funnel out of this, and that's just about as deep as I want to get. I think I want to come back just a little bit, make this rim a little bit narrower, and I want to go in straighter as well. And apparently I'll be straightening out that top just a little bit again after that little bit of a run out, skating with the gouge. I still need to go in a little bit more. There are some places here where I'm still at the edge of the slats that I put in there. apparently some of these pieces of wood, the little slots that I put in there, the little slats are quite fragile. I've got a bad chip out of a piece of padauk here and another one from the Purple Heart. So I'm going to come back a little bit further and I'm going to try a very gentle cut and see if I can clean that up without breaking more out. A little better. I think I'm just going to take a minute and sharpen up the edge on my gouge a little bit. Alright, I just honed this edge up a little bit. Let's see if that'll make a difference. Well, it sure felt like it was cutting better. And it's looking good too, but I'm still getting chip out on some of these small pieces of wood, particularly the Purple Heart here. Well, I'm going to keep going back until I've got no rim left at all at this rate. Gotta try again. Alright, quite a bit better. There's a little bit of a chip of Purple Heart here. I think I'm going to try filling that with sawdust. I'm getting too carried away here. I'll be back after I get that done. Alright, I have those two spots filled now. I think they're going to be alright, and I think the turning is done well enough. I'm just going to sand now, and then I'll be back to show you my results. Well, there it is. I've finished it with mineral oil. It's going to hold candy, so I want it to be food safe. I've got it signed and dated on the bottom with my logo coin in it, and it's ready for use. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you'll come back next time. Have a great day in your shop and be safe. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care now.